Okay, hello and welcome to something that I didn't think I'd ever be doing again. And I've said that before. Um, but we're on F1 22, and we're going to be starting a My Team. The F1 2020 My Team will still continue. That will be more of a throughout the week thing. But this one, I kind of want to do a proper one. So 50% races on a full season on every circuit, including Monaco and Zandvoort, and all the ones that I absolutely despise. And we'll just see kind of how it goes. See if the game can surprise me again and actually be fun. I've been playing it in a two-player career mode, and it has been quite fun. Other than all the glitches and the bugs and the DNFs for no reason and all that sort of stuff. But we're gonna start, and we're gonna be a championship contender, just so we only have to do one season if we feel like it, and still be able to compete. So yeah, let's go. Starting off with the team. Now, as you can see, I'm not going as a Porsche for once. I'm actually going for, and I'm going to say it the way that I say it, and not the way that they tell me to say it, but a Hyundai. And that's Hyundai. Shout out. Now I own a Hyundai, as you can see on the screen. Little duck on the dashboard, because why not? So yeah, I thought we might as well. I found a mod on Race Department. I did try and create one back in the day, but I got really bored because it kept going wrong. So I thought against it. We're gonna have a Red Bull power engine powertrain, because we were kind of screwed there. It was either no power or no durability. Either way, so yeah, why not? That car, oh, it looks so good, man. Yeah, like I said, I tried to make it. I got like a little bit of the way through, and then I realised that I'm gonna just let the professionals make the liveries, and I'm just gonna download them because I tried. It was so difficult. But yeah, we're starting as a championship contender, so we're already the third best car. Just because, you know, sometimes working up from the back is fun, but that's only when you're doing multi-seasons. I probably will only do one season because, as I've mentioned many a time before in my videos, I have A-levels that start in just over a month as of the time of recording this. It's currently the 10th of April. My first exam's the 6th of June, so less than 2 months. So, yeah. We're going to do one full season, 23 races. Or how 22 races is it? I don't know. And see what we can do. We're going to have a look at some upgrades here, specifically to the chassis, because that's where we're currently lacking. We've got about 1,000 points to spend. I think I'm going to go for an aero upgrade, just like some downforce. We're going to rush it, but I think they'll fail, to be honest. They normally end up do. Then end up do? I don't know. They normally do fail though. Let's see. Brilliant. Good stuff. They both failed, and we have no money to restart either of them. They might not even come before Jeddah, which I could really do with some chassis and aero upgrades for then. Alright, we've got some weekly resources, so I think we can restart both. How many have we got? 850. We should be able to restart both. Ah, okay. Good. Fun times. Alright. You know what? It's fine. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe the upgrades will actually make it really bad around here. We can think about it like that. Oh, what? Huh? I just realised we had loads of resource points. Anyways. See, we can rush it for Saudi. But it's risky. It's really risky. We'll go into qualifying, see what we can do. It is my first qualifying session on F1 22 for a while. And I've been playing a lot of GT3 games. Well, I say games, I mean ACC. I've been playing a lot of that. So I haven't actually driven an F1 car since my last F1 2020 video. And those don't really count. So we'll see what we can do in the nice... What kind of blue is this? We're going to call it Hyundai Blue, because I don't know what kind of blue it is. But we're going to drive out and see what we can do. We've got some baseline set up on that I've been using. It just kind of keeps the car a little bit more stable, so we try and not spin it. Especially, what is it, turn 12? That is a killer. So we're going to try and have to avoid that. But yeah, we will see what we can do, what Piastri can do as well. Sorry for the lag on this bit, it will go away. I had to reinstall everything on my PC, and I've got my OBS settings all wrong. Anyways, here we go to finish off our first lap. Obviously we're green in both sectors because we hadn't set a lap beforehand. And we're going to cross the line in P3 currently, only 5 tenths behind Verstappen, which is not bad. Oh my god, that was close. Alright, here we go, lap number 3, this is our third lap. The second lap was aborted, mainly just due to it was just very slow in sector 1. And I thought I'd save the battery, go round, and just have time to do a third lap. And we're about 10th up right now. We can see what we can do as we go up. This is what I was telling you about, man. Turn 12 is a killer, just an absolute killer. But we'll skip ahead. We'll cross the line about 10 seconds down on our previous time. There we end up. P6. It's not awful actually. We can definitely work our way up from P6. See what we can do.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, George Russell, Reed, Hamilton, Bottas, Ricciardo, and Kevin Magnussen, Gasly, Joe, Yuki Tsunoda, and Norris, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Mick Schumacher, and Esteban Ocon, Albon, Stroll, Vettel, and Nicholas Latifi. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Alright, here we go then. We're going to sort out the strategy. And I think we're going to go for a one stop, but I'm thinking soft to hard could be a better shout than medium to hard. You can see I was just debating there. But yeah, we're going to go soft to hard. We've underfueled the car, which will hopefully allow us to go a bit faster. We're banking on a safety car here. I'm going to push these softs as hard as I can, see how long I can make them last, and hopefully make it to the end. But you never know, you never know. Here we go. As we come up towards the grid, we're going to have to try and get in our box. But yeah, we're on softs, everyone's on mediums. We're going to have the tyre advantage and the fuel advantage. We're going to be a lot lighter than everyone else. Let's see what we can do as we heat up our tyres, just weaving back and forth. We're going to burn out one grid box behind. Love that. Put it into the box very nice and carefully. Try not to Fernando Alonso it or Esteban on it. Yeah, purple parking, which is exactly what you love to see. P6 here in Bahrain, 29 laps. Let's see what we can do. As it goes to 5 red lights. We are underway for 29 laps here around the Bahrain International Circuit. We move to the right hand side, already making a move on our teammate down towards turn 1. We've got Russell, Piastri and us alongside. We're going to back out into turn 1. And just, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing there. We went to back out and then we just didn't. Because we almost hit the back of Piastri. as he goes a little bit slower behind Russell. We're going to try and look around the outside of turn 4. Is there anything we can do? It looks like we might be able to. Can we keep the position? Yes, we can. I have also turned off the virtual mirror, as you can see, because the quality was awful. It was so bad. Anyways, so far we've moved up one position behind George Russell now in that Mercedes. Again, everyone's on mediums. Literally, I'm pretty sure everyone is on mediums, and we're on the softs. So we will have that advantage once our tyres kind of rubber in and kick up a little bit. As we head down towards turn 11, this will be a DRS zone in about a lap and a half's time. But for now, no DRS, because it would just be chaos. And we will see what we can do. We're going to have to watch out here for turn 12, especially if we try and push these tyres a bit longer than we normally would, because that could be an issue in terms of, you know, the big spin. We don't want the big spin. As we go a little bit closer to Russell now in his draft, we move right and then pull back left for turn 14. See if we can make a move stick. We can't. That Mercedes is very quick out of the corners, but he's not going to be quick down the straights. We're going to put a little bit of ERS on, just using it just in little bursts to try and make it past, or at least make it alongside. Here we go, into turn 1. We're going to brake a little bit later than the Mercedes, and we are through. Up into P4 at the start of lap 2. Verstappen ahead, followed by the 2 Ferraris. I don't know what happened to Perez in terms of qualifying, but it's not looking good for him. Might get replaced. Here we go then, starting at lap 3. It could be the fastest lap here for us. Sainz, Leclerc, and then us with a 1:33.3 DRS to be enabled. Now we can save our tyres just that little bit more. Here we go then, heading up towards turn 9 and turn 10. We're not close enough to do what Fernando could in real life. There's a yellow flag as Leclerc spins. Leclerc is round out of turn 10. It's a tricky apex, I get that, but Jesus, man. He's gone. Lap 4 back in the same position that we were. Again, not close enough to make a move. I don't think I'm going to try and make a move down there. But you never know. You never know. As we are closing in on Verstappen now. We're obviously up in P3 already because of Leclerc. We move left and then move back right. Simple way of faking them into defence. And we make it up into P2. Again, yeah, just moving into the inside and then switching it back is such an easy way as we start lap 5.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.1 seconds.
Piastri sticking on the pace, which is good to see. Verstappen dives down the inside. We're going to go nice and wide to let him room. And we're going to move right, a little bit of a wiggle there, move back to the left. Can we make a move? No, we can't, but we're going to have a better run as we move right again. It's a slalom over here in sector 1. Up into turn 4, we're on the inside, and we're going to make it stick. But that is going to be an issue. If Verstappen keeps battling us, especially with the DRS, and Sainz pulls away, we're going to have an issue. So, yeah. Anyways, lap 6 towards lap 7. We're about 1.3 seconds away from Verstappen now. We've managed to pull out of the DRS. So we're just going to kind of look to see when that time starts dropping as to when we should probably pit. And on lap 8, it is looking better. 2.1 behind Sainz and 2.2 ahead of Verstappen. Lap 9 looking at a similar situation. Our tyres are about 50%, so it's probably starting to be time to pit. Yeah, lap 9, just about to finish it off. 57 and 59 on the rears, and we're not really pulling a gap anymore. Oh, there you go. We're going to check on Verstappen.
Our gap behind is 2.2 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 34.2.
Alright, they were about 3/10 quicker last lap, so I think we're going to box this lap. Yeah, we'll box this lap and pit onto the hards. There we go then. Lap 10 we're going to box. We've managed to extend these tyres a good couple of laps. A good few. As we put into the pit, 75 kilometres of the 80 limit. Yeah, that's another thing I'm not used to with the ACC games is pit stops are much harder because you actually have to pull into the box. But here we go. 2.5 onto the hards, pretty decent. We're going to come out in P11, maybe P12. We'll be fighting Norris. With some nice cold, hard rubber. We're going to be ahead of Norris. There we go. As we go through turn 1, a little bit of a wiggle there. And we just need to get these tyres up to temperature as quickly as possible, so that when everyone else pits onto the hards, which they probably will, they have to use a lap or two to get theirs up to temperature, and we can just fly past. As you can see on lap 12, just a lap later, we've already gone green in sector 1, which means we've beaten our soft time, obviously due to the fuel mainly being lower. But we have got the tyres up to temperature. We're catching Bottas on old mediums. Obviously in the slower car, but again, not the point. Most people will probably start pitting this lap, at least a couple of people should. They normally pit, you know, around lap 12, 13. Yeah, Bottas is going in. I don't know what I'm doing here. Fastest lap with just green sectors, no purple sector, and we go fastest. That is quite mental. Alright, lap 13, surely now, as we finish off the last couple of corners. Yeah, I can already see a Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull in the pits as the Alpine of Alonso and McLaren of Ricciardo box in. We're going to be out ahead of Verstappen, but by how much exactly? It's going to be about 3 seconds. And then finally, surely, lap 14, Oscar pits, everyone else pits, Sainz pits ahead of us. There we go, it is time to just push. We're going to blast our ERS fastest lap again. We're going to blast our ERS. Can we get past him before he exits and pits? No, we can't. But we're going to be alongside. He's going to have the cold tyres. We go down the inside of turn 2. He turns in on us. And now we have wing damage. With 14 laps to go, and it's not worth boxing. Alright. We're going to have to hope for a safety car now. We are. We have still got low fuel. Yeah, there we go. We've set it to fixed wing damage. We're sort of in that window where if there's a safety car now, we can box in for softs and still be fine. You can just see the understeer in those left-handers, which unfortunately is all the fast corners are left-handers. So we're going to have to manage now quite a lot. Anyways, a lap later, Sainz still behind. He's getting very close now. We're going to let him by. But we're not really going to fight it. Because as we go up towards turn 14 and 15, we're allowed to go down the inside again. He allows us through, and we should have nabbed that DRS. We have. We have nabbed his DRS. Well and truly. And we're going to have to pull ourselves down towards turn 1 with DRS and no one ahead of us. So we're going to be able to pull about 0.2 seconds. Oh, the wing damage is just... It's just not good. I think we've also got a little bit of underbody damage from it. I don't know. But, yeah. We're going to just have to fight for our lives now to try and just keep them behind for 9 laps. Lap 20 of 29 on to 21 of 29. Sainz is still right there with DRS. We're going to let him by. Well, we don't really have much choice. We're not going to fight it. See what we can do into turn 1. Can we dive down the inside? We can, because he locks up. He locks up into turn 1. I go through. Verstappen also goes through, but it's held him up tremendously. He's now 1 second behind, out of DRS range. So if we can just keep this gap, we'll be okay. And again, 1 lap later, on to lap 22. Verstappen is now right behind us. We could not keep out of the DRS for long with the damage. And the slightly older hards. So he goes down the inside, we let him through. There's nothing we can do. We're going to have DRS now up towards turn 4. Can we make a move to take back P1? Maybe we actually can. If we move down the inside, we are going to get through. We're going to have to take a little bit more curve than we'd like to avoid a little bit of a tap. We do make it through and back up into P1. So, this could be a long couple of laps. A very, very long couple of laps. And of course, to make things worse, I have to now save over a lap of fuel in 7 laps. Oh, jeez. This is really not good. Verstappen goes back down the inside. He backs out. We have to go a little bit off the track there to avoid, turning in on him. But he backs out. He's going to have DRS. So will Sainz. this could very easily go 3 wide here. As we go down towards turn 1, we're going to take the inside line. Can we defend? Just about... Oh, Sainz again. Again. I don't know if that was even on us that time. It wasn't on us the first time, but I don't know if it was on us this time either. And now the damage is worse, and we still have to save fuel. Okay, so in 4 laps, somehow, without managing to lose position, we've saved about 0.3 of a lap of fuel. However, they're right behind us, so I think we might not get P1. However, Perez is 10 seconds behind, so a podium is still on, but it's unlikely. Continuing on, we've not saved much fuel. I have a feeling we're going to just have to let them by. We're not going to fight anything. We're going to let him through. Oh, he's going to go 3 wide again. Oh my god. I don't like this. This is really stressing me out. Okay. Focus. Alright, as we head down towards turn 1, Sainz is going to send it down the inside. He goes very wide. I'm not even going to question it. With our fuel state, I think I'm just going to have to let them 2 by and try and get in their slipstream a little bit and save a bit of fuel that way. We've got 0.6 to save in just under 2 laps. And Perez has obviously caught up because I can't have nice things. So Perez has caught up and is now only 5 seconds behind. Yeah. Anyways, we've got 0.45 to save as we go down the final straight. And Alpine has a bit of an incident into turn 10. We're going to have to let Perez by and just try and stick with him as well as we can. 0.4 to save at the line. However, I think we're going into low fuel mode sooner rather than later. You can see I was just fully lifting down towards turn 1, literally just trying anything here. That actually saved us quite a bit of fuel, which is very annoying because if we'd have done that a couple of laps earlier, we might have been able to fight for P3 and not necessarily had to worry about fuel even. I have obviously forgotten that 1, this is not F1 2020, I can't run in lean. 2, this is not ACC and I can't refuel at a pit stop. And 3, safety cars don't just come out they just don't come out that much. And I also haven't done any fuel efficiency upgrades on the engine. So you can see here, just literally like not even running the car at this point. We might even lose P4 and end up in P5. A yellow flag ahead. One of the Red Bulls has an off. Verstappen, in fact, has an off. Unfortunately, it's not a Leclerc type of off. So, Russell as well. What is going on? Whatever is happening at turn 10, I don't even know. There's just a huge collision or pile up or something. Piastri moves up into P6. It could be a 5-6 for the first race for Hyundai. Is it the first Korean team? I just googled it. There was no F1 Korean teams. The closest I ever got was this thing called like A1 Grand Prix, which was an open wheel series that ran from 2005 to 2009. There was a Korean team, but nothing else since in open wheel racing, I think, which is quite interesting, but completely away from anything. As we round off turn 13, 2 to go, we've got Leclerc behind and we're about to get chucked into low fuel mode with 0.05 litres or laps of fuel. There we go, there's a little damage board. We're in low fuel mode. We should still nab P5, but that's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate, especially considering we're doing a full season. So in the tracks that I can race, such as Bahrain, points are very much needed. Because I have races such as Jeddah, Zandvoort, Hungaroring. The list goes on and on, really.
Then after that superb win here at Sakhir, and rightly so, a brilliant effort from the whole team. Tell me, Ant, how do they manage to achieve this win?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on track was: speed. I know it sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
Well, a 5-6 for the team could be worse. You know, that's a solid 18 points on the board for the team, 10 for me and 8 for Oscar. But it is a bit unfortunate that we had to just be a moron and underfuel the car that much. And then also, more than that, not worry about the fuel until I realised with 8 laps left that we were very, very low on fuel. But a pretty decent start to the championship. We've had worse. I have had races before where I have come dead last in a decent car that was like qualified in top 10 and stuff. There were no DNFs engine wise for the team, which is very good. I checked the engine where I think on like lap 27, and it was all good. There was no issues. There was no like worrying numbers or anything like that, so we should be all good. We'll get some upgrades done. Our next race is out in Jeddah, which is not like I like the circuit to drive, but I'm not very fast, especially in Sector 1, and I do like to hit the walls, which is again not great, but we'll see what happens. But other than that, I think that is race number 1 done and dusted, out of the way. Like I said, I'm going to try and upload at least one of these a week. We'll see what happens towards, the end of it. I currently am on my Easter holidays, so I have just about a week left. So I do have a little bit of time where I can get a couple recorded and ready, but, exams first and all that malarkey. But if you did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe to keep up to date with all of the series that are end up going to happening. I may even start doing ACC if you guys want to see that. I do have a new wheel on the way, which is very exciting. But more on that when it comes. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you next time out in Jeddah.